Hello, hey, welcome once again. I'm Samuel Venga Sammy, known as Jim Boy Sammy. That's right. Right now, today, I will show you how to make delicious Bara, instant Bara from scratch. I'll make Bara from scratch. Bara is a nice flavoring dessert where you could find in any West Indian fast food takeout restaurants. Yeah, Bara, delicious. You could eat it with let's say sour and all of that. I'll show you from scratch my ingredients. This is what I got here. I will be doing shallots, what they call the scallions. Well, I call it shallot, old time's sake. Now, this is for to enhance my flavor. With that, I have cilantro here. Cilantro I'll add in the Bara, which makes a dynamic, different texture of flavor also. Also now I got jalapeno or hot pepper. I call it balafaya. Balafaya. Now it's your option if you want to use this, but it gives my recommendation, use a little bit of this no matter what. It gives us nice spicy flavor to the Bara. That's what makes Bara a spicy texture. Alright, so now with that I have some oregano from scratch. I told you this is the stem. I'll be taking out the stem from the oregano itself, from the leaves. That's what gives the flavor there. Okay, now these are my ingredients here. Also, I will have me a little piece of onion, a little piece of garlic also. Alright, so I'll get those ready for you. Onion, garlic, including in this recipe here. Now I'll show you how to get this done delicious and dynamic. Remember, I'm doing it from scratch, folks, so you cannot say, ah, no, I didn't know. With that, now I also had me, you could find this, they call this dal or split peas. Well, for easy time's sake, I go to the restaurant, to the store, and I just buy Goya. Yes, this is split peas, yellow split peas. And West Indians call it dal, but it's the same thing. Yellow split peas in America, you could find this. What I did, I took some of it here, and I boiled it. I boiled it, depends on what I want to make. I want to eat Bara today to enjoy myself. So I took half of the ball bag, that's right, and I put it in this blender here. Now in the blender, I blended up. This is the dal. I put the dal in the blender, and what I did, I just blended it together. So I have a nice powdery texture of grind yellow peas or dal. Alright, so that's part of the essence there. Now back to the recipe here, back to my cooking here. I want to show you now. This is what it's gonna do now, including I have this tarragon. Is you can find this at any grocery store. Tarragon enhances the flavor also. It's tarragon leaves. Alright, if you could look at it here, it looks a little bit like cumin seeds, but it has a different flavor. Now at this point here, I want to show you here. I want to show you exactly what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to get my onion and my garlic. I get my onion and my garlic. Now I got me the onion here. Folks. Now this onion here, I'll be cutting up like this. I don't want too much of the onion because I don't want to have an oniony Bara. Okay, so I'm gonna just peel a piece off. I'll show you the same thing how to cut onion, a very easy way where the juice doesn't go into your eyes. And so what you do, this is a half of onion here. What you do is just take a knife, cut the sides halfway, then you come down, chip it down like this, bam, you chip this down like this, and then you just cut it across. See, you have a nice oniony flavor. I don't want to put too much onion in this Bara here. I just want to have the texture. Alright, now later on I'm going to be blending this up also. Alright, so now I have my onion there. With that, now I will be using some garlic powder. You can use regular garlic, but I use garlic powder, which enhances the flavor also. Okay, so now what I'll do is strip this down. I could use the stem and all, but I don't want to because I want the nice delicious flavor of this cilantro here. I don't want too much stem involved in my cilantro. Just take this out, the main part that really is gonna make my stomach crawl. Yes, now I got this here. Pull on the cilantro there. Take out the leaves. I want to take the leaves off as much as I can. I'll pull the leaves out as much as I can, folks. Pull the leaves out as much as I can. Now, this is going to be like this. Take the leaves out as much as I can. As much as I can. I just want to show you what I do here. Okay, this is my cilantro for my dish, for this bara. Now, I got this together here. What I will do at the same time, I will get in the bowl here now. I have my flour. I have about a cup of flour in this bowl. All right, it's regular flour. You don't have. I use regular all-purpose flour. There's no big deal for that. All right, no big deal for that flour. Now, with that, I will add 1 cup of the grind dal that I did. So I'm gonna pour this dal inside now from the blender here. Open my blender. Remember, I'm doing this from scratch for you. In this flour here, I add my dal, right? This is the grind dal. I'm gonna add this grind dal inside. Ooh, I put a little too much there, but it's okay. We're gonna have bara dal. Well, if you have too much and you think it's not enough flour, what you can do is dilute. Take some out. Just take some out, which I could always add more. Right? I could always add more to make more if I want. So I will just eliminate some of the dal here. I want to have almost an even amount of dal with an even amount of flour. I think that would be pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good for now. I'll mix it up together. All right, I'll mix up the grind dal with the flour here. Okay, just mix it up. Keep mixing. Don't stop mixing. You mix it up as much as you can. Now, preferable to have mixed, whenever you mix in flour, dry flour to anything, it's good to use a fork. So the flour goes in between the fork and it's like a sifter. Alright, so that's pretty much about it here. Pretty much about it. That would be good. Now, at this point here, I may want to re-add some more grind dal in here. Let me see. Just a little bit. I want to enhance this flavor, alright? So now we got this here. Just keep mixing. With this mixture here now, I'll add more dal into it. See, I want to keep adding so that I have a good texture. Alright? You don't want to be a dal bara. You don't want it to be like a dal bara. Alright, so this is perfect. Now, what I'll do next, I will in turn now get my, okay, I already got my flour in there. You can see my dal. What I'm going to do now is to get my cumin. I want to get my baking powder first. I want to show you. You know, sometimes if let's say you are doing something from scratch, take your time and you figure out what you're going to put on next. I might add my baking powder right now, which I'm trying to grab here so you can see my baking powder. Got my baking powder here. Trying to get the baking powder up and running. You know, you cannot bake or heat flour or cook flour without baking powder, right? Baking soda is a bit gassy. It gives you nice air bubbles also. But for now, I will use baking powder, about maybe a teaspoon. All right. And this amount of flour here, add a little bit more. I don't want too much, but I just want to make sure I have a good baking texture there too. So I have baking powder inside. So once baking powder is done there, I'm good. Now with that, put back my blender there. I got my baking powder. Next, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some salt. I have to get salt in my in my food there. So you know, salt gives you a flavor of anything that you want. So with this I will add me a pinch of salt, which is about a half a teaspoon. Alright, maybe a half a spoon of salt. I want you to see this. Maybe a half a spoon. I want to put this inside. Yeah, just a little bit of salt to give it this flavor. You don't want too much salt inside anyhow. You don't want it to be too salty, because that's not what you're looking for. Okay, now we're going to add some seeds, which is going to be the cumin seed, which is this cumin seed, all right, or they call it jeera, but it's cumin seed. Hey, welcome to the modern days. Cumin seeds, all right. Everybody got their own names for it. I'm gonna add me maybe a 2 teaspoon. Let me see here. I'm gonna add me 1, 2. There's my spoon. Grab another spoon there. See, I'm gonna add this jeera. Alright, put this inside. Put another thing of jeera inside, no big deal. Give it that boost up flavor there. Now with that, what I will do is come back now and get my stuff ready here. I'm gonna mix this together. All right, I'm gonna be mixing this together. Mix this up well. Mix this up well. I'm gonna mix this up well here now. Bam. You know, I could have added some more jeera inside to give it that flavor. I may want to put 1 more teaspoon. I wanted to have that jeera flavor, you know, that cumin seed flavor, so maybe I add some more. Remember, I'm doing it step by step. I want you to see what I'm doing here, step by step. Yeah, put some more. Hey, you know, I kind of love jeera, especially they call it when you chunky. Yeah, when you chunk it jeera into like dal, regular cooked dal, how the smell, I love to get that smell. That's why I love jeera. Now we're gonna mix that. Now I done mixed that together. What I want to do next, folks, I want to grind up all my ingredients. All right, I'm gonna grind everything up together. I'm gonna do this now. I have this set aside. I'm gonna move this. All right, I'm gonna put this aside here. This is done here. Okay, now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cut everything up and put it back into my blender. I'm gonna throw everything here. I got cilantro. Yeah, I pick it up with my hand, no big deal. I got my cilantro. I'm gonna put it in my blender now with my onion. I'm gonna put everything in the blender here. Let me grab everything. At this point here, I'm gonna add more onions. I'm gonna add this inside now. Put this inside. Put some oregano inside. No big deal. I'm gonna add me this pepper. You see this whole pepper here? I'm gonna actually throw this whole pepper in the blender so it will blend up properly. All right. So I'm gonna put it into the blender here. Now I got that into the blender. What I'll do next, I gotta do this rosemary. Let me put the rosemary. Take this off. This is gonna go directly into the blender also. Now remember, I'm not doing the stem. I'm just taking out those blades, the leaves, so you call it, from the rosemary and put it. This gives a nice bara texture also. I'll put this inside of the blender. Okay, that's my blender ready there now. I got everything in there. I'm gonna start blending this. Might take me about a minute or so. I'm just gonna get this together here. You can see. Took a little bit of time, but I'm gonna stop and go. Right? I want to stop and go. Stop and go. First, we're gonna chop it. I just want to cut this up. I want to cut this up. Just make sure it cut up a little bit. Once it's cut up, I'm good. So what I'll do is add some. At this point, I could put some water inside because, you know, having water inside anything is pretty good. All right. So what I will do is put some water here from my pot here. This is what I'm gonna do, folks. Add some water into the blender. So in this way I can blend everything together. Right, so I'm gonna put some water. Not too much, I just want to have that, I want the blender to be able to work properly, alright? So now this is going to be like this, okay? Because when you add it, okay, I want to blend this up together. You don't want it to be too much of a fineness, but so long as you have a nice blend flavor. That's it. This is done. What I'll do now is take this texture, I'll throw everything in here. See, this is all blend up together. I'll pour everything in this flour here. I'll throw everything in the flour, which is pretty good, which is not bad. Now, what I'll do next is this. What I'll do next, I'm trying to get everything done here properly. Now what I will do is start cutting up my scallions or my shallot, which will be this. I really want to focus on getting only the blades. Alright, so follow me. As fine as I do it is better, because remember this will be like a over texture. This is what we want to see in our bara. We're going to eat like a solid piece of scallion fully cooked into the bara, which will give it a binding flavor, right? We don't want this to dissolve. This is going to be for like a presentation in the outer skirts of the bara. Alright, so I'm going to cut. Don't want it to be too big, or not even. We don't want it to be too small where we don't see it. At the same time, we want to be nice and chewy, alright? So now, we got this. We're going to do this, pour this here. You see I left the outer part of the bara here, not the bara but the scallions. I'm just trying to get this. I could add this. It's your choice. You could add it in. I'll add it in. I told myself, you know what, Jim? Add it in, Sammy. Add it in, Samuel. Add it in, Samuel. You're cooking, Samuel? Add it in. Have a feast with this bara texture here. Now, this is this. Now, what I will do after cutting this up now, I will take this scallion. I did 2 scallions, but it's pretty good. This is going to give me that delicious texture, that good looking texture also. What I will do now is this. I will take this cilantro here and I'll put it in here also. Alright, what I will do is put this in here, put the cilantro in there. I want to mix everything up together. Everything up together, folks. Now I will add water to start making this paste. Alright, I need a paste now. I'm going to be making a paste, so I will be adding water. I'll try to mix everything up here. Mix this up pretty much at first. I'm going to try to mix this up as much as I can, and then I'll be making a paste. At the same time, I don't want it to be all gluey. Alright, so I will make it with paste. I will throw water. I'm going towards making a dough, but it's going to be just as it start giving you the shape of a dough. Make sure folks, that you end up with a paste. Alright, you don't want it to do it too solid and hard. You want a liquid paste, so that's what bara is about. Alright, so I'm going to throw this in. I want it to be a liquid paste. You're going to see what I'm talking about when I'm done here. Add a little bit more water. Now it's better to keep adding water towards where you want to go. Don't just pour water too much, and then at the end you have too much water and you're going to start adding flour, and that's where a lot of people make mistake. They end up with either too much hard dough texture or too much liquid in the mixture. You don't want that, alright? So you want to be able to guide yourself into this texture here. Okay, I'm going to go slowly. I'm going to show you what I'm end up with. Remember, I keep adding water to mix, alright? I'm going to just keep the water to keep mixing. At this point I'm having a stiff dough here, so what I would like to do now is to just, hey, I'm gonna add some more stuff inside, which is a little bit more water. I want it not to be too soft, at the same time not too thick. You follow? Let me see. Maybe, do I need more water? Let me see. Let me see if I need more water. Yeah, I'm gonna add just a little bit more water. I'm gonna show you, don't worry. I know you're trying to see what I'm doing. Hey Samuel, what happened? We can't see what you're doing. Don't worry, it's right here. I'm doing my mixture here. Remember, I pour water after putting all the seasoning inside. Make sure you don't forget your baking powder. Yeast is very good also. It tenderizes and give you a nice rising bara. Hey, no big deal. Baking powder does the same, man. Alright, this is a nice texture. This is what I'm looking for, folks. This is what I'm looking for, alright? So, now, I could maybe make it a little softer. You see, the more you add, you could eyeball this and go to your texture, the way you want it to be. But if you do it too hard, then believe me, you're not going to have a good texture as you want it. Now you could do it like this. Nice. Nice. Now, folks, we got this so far so good. What I will do at the end now, I will add in my garlic powder. This is how I like to do it. I will go like this, add my garlic powder in. I'll put a good much. I put a good much of garlic powder. I love it. I love garlic powder. It gives that texture. That's aroma. Sometimes when you don't use raw garlic, you use a lot of garlic powder. It enhances the flavor the same way. Alright, garlic is pretty good for your inside also. Don't forget, folks, garlic is pretty good for your inside. Now, add in, we got this done, okay? This is the mixture. This is the mixture for our bara, folks. Now, what next is to do? I want to add a little bit more. I don't want it to be too hardy. So what I'll do is make it a little bit thinner. I want it to have like a dripping texture, right? I don't want it to be hard. I'm looking for this tenderizing, loosey dough in a sense. Add a little bit more water. You keep adding as you go by, alright? Just keep mixing this. Focus on what I'm doing here. I just want to keep mixing. I'm going to keep mixing and mixing. Now, what I'll do next is this, folks. This is what I'm looking for. This is pretty good. Alright, now what I'll do, I'll get my oil ready, which I will use. I'll be using this skillet. Alright, I want to get this together here. Get my parsley. Okay, at medium heat, folks. Alright, I got a little light there now. At medium heat, alright, I'm gonna get my bara in. You know, I got this the wok here with some oil. Now what I will do is actually I will be using this oil here. Alright, folks, I'll be using this oil here. I'm gonna put maybe a quarter cup of oil just to warm up, just to heat up a little bit. Remember, I don't want to really overheat this. I just want enough oil so that I could be able to fry this very nicely. Alright, so now this is it. That's about, I would say, a half a cup or so. That's all you need. You don't want to deep fry too much because this takes only about a minute or two to get done. Alright, so now we're going to get that. You see, medium heat, that's pretty good. That's not bad. Got this oil ready here. Now we're going to come back. I'm going to get back my texture here, which is this. Now this is the mixture already. This is ready to roll and rumble. Now at this point I have a decision to make. Can I add some more stuff? Can I? I will, guess what? I will maybe put a piece more cilantro. How about that? I love the cilantro texture inside, so I'll add maybe another piece here. Let me see. Actually, not cilantro, I'll put a scallion. How about having some scallions in there? Put another flavor of scallion. I love it. I love to see scallions in my dish. So now I'll just cut this up again. Remember I told you not too big, not too small either. Alright, you just want to enhance the flavor. You just want to enhance this flavor, folks. Alright. In the meantime, the oil is getting pretty hot there. And we're going to be doing good with this system here. Trust me when I tell you that, folks. Put this in. See, I put another, maybe a handful. Sprinkle it in. Remember, this is homemade. I'm showing you from scratch. So I want you to follow me in every move I make here. It's going to be a little tricky move, but it's not bad. Look. Oh man, look at this. Nice, nice, nice. Nice. You could add, hey, you want to add some more of this? Add a little bit more of this. Put yourself in a good mood when you're cooking. When you cook, you must smile because you want to eat it with a smiling face too. Let the taste come out good. Now this is, oh man, I just love this already. You know, I wish you had smell-o-vision. If you had smell-o-vision, you could have smelled the texture. You could have smelled it up here. Alright, but you don't have smell-o-vision, and you don't have smell-o-vision. That's the only thing. So I could smell it here for you. Alright, it's pretty good. Now what I'll do is I'm ready to pour this in. Alright, so I want you to enjoy. Meantime, my oil is hot there now. I want to show you what I'm going to do, folks. I'm going to come back now. This is the mixture here. I'm coming back to my hot oil, alright? Now, I have this mixture here. This is my oil. It's going to be pretty hot there. I don't want it too hot. I want it to cook nicely, firmly at the same time. So I will dip. I actually want to dip. I want to make a Bara size. You see, you have a choice now. You could use a big spoon, a small spoon. What I will actually do, I want to use my regular small tablespoon, and I'll go like this. I'll loose one in. Don't want it to drip too much. Alright? Don't want it to drip too much, but that's part of how it is. I will use a bigger spoon though. I want to come back here, folks. I want to use a bigger spoon to you because I want to have a nice dip in this. I want to really have a Bara-y flavor. I'll go like this. Remember, it doesn't have to be pretty. That's why when you go, you know what's the prettiness in Bara? The prettiness in Bara, folks, is when you have different shapes. Alright? That's what the prettiness in Bara is. You drip it down here again. Oh man. And it's going to self-rise itself. You don't want to do too much at a time though. You want to keep spaces, alright? Let them breathe with spaces. So, I'm going to move this here. Move this here. And let it do its thing slowly, alright? You want them to have space. So if you could do 4 at a time, it's pretty good. Now with that said, I will come back here to a nice, I have to get a plate ready, right? So I will come back here like this and get me one of these pretty plate here. That's ready for the Bara, folks. Now we come back here. Now this is gonna take a couple of minutes to do itself, do its thing. So from beginning now, folks, you remember what I did? Homemade. I started from scratch. Got me a little scallion, cilantro, oregano, got a little scallion. That's about it. Little garlic powder, little onions, a little hot pepper. Because many people love hot pepper, but they're shy to say it. Oh man, this is gonna be pretty good. Now, just eyeball it, both sides. Both sides, you're gonna turn it. All right. When it gets brown on one side, you turn it over. Don't let it stick together like what I just did there. Try to avoid that stickiness. All right. You want it to just cook both sides equally. So you give it a couple of minutes both sides. One. Now in your oil, it's going to be a little bit floaty, a little bit messy, because you know this is the best part in cooking Bara. When you see that, you know, well, you're ready. you know that everything is working fine. All right. So now I'm getting this done. This is what's going to take. I will finish this off by showing you the first batch that I did. I'll plate it up for you. You will see how nice and beautiful it looks. Delicious bara. Later on I'll be making the sauce to go with the bara. Alright. So for now we're going to keep an eye on this. Let it go for like about 2 minutes each side. Put it in the plate. That's bara ready to eat, and then I will continue doing the rest, folks. Alright. So this is a nice little clip I try to give you here. How you could do bara from scratch. Have fun with it. Talk to yourself. Have fun. Eat, drink, and be merry. Not marry. Merry. I didn't say marry. I said merry. Eat, drink, and be merry. Hey, you could marry your bara. Believe me, it's no big deal, folks. Alright? So you're going to enjoy this. Let me see. At this point here, you could just test it. You could just check it out both sides. You're looking for a nice... like next to a golden brown. It doesn't have to be all golden brown, but that's what you're looking for, really. All right, for a nice golden brown looks. Once it's golden brown both sides, well, you know, or once it's next to a golden brown both sides, you know it's done inside. All right, you want it to cook nicely both sides. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. The only thing left for this bara now is, guess what? To eat, buddy. Now I want to plate this off and show you the bara. I want to show you here. I want to just plate this off now. This is about almost done here, folks. I want to plate this off. I'm just talking here with you now as we look by at the bara. I want you to look at it for me. I want to look at it for you. Oh, look at that one. That one is ready to roll. Okay. I think this is pretty good, folks. Now, we got this. We're going to plate this off now. This is going to come in the plate. I want to show you how it will look in the plate. Nice bara, delicious, already cooked. Look at this. Ah, delicious texture. We got another one coming in here, another one here, right here. Bam, bam, bam. I want to make nice with this bara here. I want to make nice. I want to say bara, bara. Look, enjoy bara. You have fun at home. Cook this and enjoy, folks. Cook and enjoy. And this is bara. Look at this plate. Ooh, enjoy.